Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels of Red Rover. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Corinne.
And what are we doing today?
Today, here in Grand Teton National Park, we're going to go for a little snowshoe. I've never snowshoed before, and we're going to head over to the Chapel of Transfiguration. It's not too far, but we have to park near the main park road because they've only plowed out a little section. You can't drive up to the church.
Yep, so we're going to be snowshoeing in about 4 feet of snow. As I said, Corinne said it's her first time. I've snowshoed a lot, but not since I was about 19, which is like 40 years ago. So this could be very entertaining and very unsuccessful, but we've got a positive attitude.
Yeah, it's a little later in the morning. We're not sure the light will be ideal, but it'll be a good experience for us.
So off we go, and we'll try to film some of it along the way. So, Corinne, what do you think of your first try at snowshoeing?
So the first try at snowshoeing wasn't too bad. You always got to remember not to get your feet too close together and just have a nice and easy pace. And I didn't try and push my poles too far into the ground because they'd sink in. I don't have baskets. So I just use them to help out with some balance. And I don't try and step backwards, just try and do a U-turn.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. The trick is not to stand on your own snowshoes, isn't it?
That's the trick, yeah. Keep your feet apart so you don't step on one another.
Great. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. And we've reached the church. So do you have any specific plans for photographing the church?
I've done the church a couple times. I usually like to get near the little entrance that has the bell. So I might try that, although it's going to be harder to get the camera low enough to get everything in.
Okay. So Corinne and I are out at the Episcopal Chapel. It's the Church of the Transfiguration, or Chapel of the Transfiguration. It is one of the first churches that actually was built in this area. It's actually attached to the town of Moose, which is where the Teton National Park rangers live nowadays. So it's an absolutely gorgeous location. And we're going to do some photography around here. It's a bright sunny day, so we're probably going to crop out a lot of the sky. But right now it's got that absolutely gorgeous deep blue, and the white against the deep blue is fantastic. Now the challenge with doing this shot is to try to get everything lined up with the peak in the background. And Corinne particularly likes getting the cross on the church lined up with the peak in the background. We're going to be working on various compositions, sort of creating some separation between the little bell chapel in front and then the main chapel in the background.
We're here at the chapel, and you can see in the foreground I have a deep shadow that's created by the entrance gateway. So I'm aiming my camera so that I'm beyond that shadow, and I'm trying to line up the cross of the chapel with the peak of one of the mountains in the background. So here's the view from the back of the camera. I'm a little bit shadowing my own picture there, so it's hard to see, but I'll put it up in a moment. One thing I'm doing is doing an HDR because the snow is so bright, and then even though the chapel's really nicely lit from this direction in the morning, when I get the exposure for the snow right, the chapel looks a little dark. So I'm going to combine a couple exposures into an HDR image. So we're out at the Grand Tetons with our friend Mary, who we brought to the Chapel of Transfiguration. And what did you think of the chapel?
I think it's perfect. This is the best season to photo the chapel because the snow makes entire landscape peaceful and pure, and as well as the chapel make contrasts. Especially I like the leading line near the chapel, and on the snow with the footing, you can actually see the chapel in a different perspective.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to bring me here.
So while we're still out here at the church, we thought we'd end this video because it's so beautiful out here.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed it.
And if you did, please give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, we got thumbs, but they're in the gloves.
Yeah, we're buried in gloves.
And if you enjoyed our video, we hope you'll consider subscribing. We have lots more interesting places to go, and we hope you'll stay tuned to see more. If you want to know when our videos are released, hit that little notification bell below.
And also, don't forget to comment, make a suggestion, any ideas you have. We love hearing about them, and actually one of the reasons we're out here snowshoeing is because of one of the comments and suggestions we had. So we do try to do what you ask, and we have a great time doing it.
Thanks again for joining us. Bye for now.
Take care. Bye for now.